voice. I am Maryann Okon, and this is Hard Facts, where we separate truth from fiction. We're passionate about the hard-hitting stories that matter. Get ready to challenge your perception and discover the real world. Let's dive deep into the issues that affect our communities, revealing the untold stories and giving you a voice. No sensationalism, no bias, just raw, unadulterated truth. I am committed to delivering news without compromise. Hard facts as we know them, when we know them, and how they affect you. Every Monday through to Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. This will be your most authentic news experience starting now on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. Are you tired of all the noise and speculation in the news? On Hard Fact, we cut through the clutter and get straight to the truth.
If only Fubra has been aware of the boo-boo trap, he would have understood in democracy there are bases for everybody to do accordingly.
Join us as we bring you the stories that matter. We go beyond the headlines to uncover the real facts and the core of every story.
We are doing this, we are doing that. At the end of the day, nothing good will come out. What did they promise us? They will be in charge of security and life and whatever. But what are we getting in return?
With in-depth analysis and experts interviews, Hard Facts delivers the truth that others dare not to reveal. Tune into Hard Facts every weekday, 3 to 6 p.m. and arm yourself with the knowledge you need to navigate today's complex world. Hard Facts, where the truth always prevails.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Let's talk. It's the nation's number one talk news and sports radio station, 99.3 Nigeria Info. We're welcoming you to Hard Fact. This will be your most authentic news experience. And welcome from the weekend. I hope you had a great weekend, because I did. But most importantly, the next 3 hours is going to be the best conversation you're going to have today, even though some of the stories might not be, good stories, but it will be great curated conversations just to make your next 3 hours worthwhile. My name is Maryann Okon, and from now till 6 p.m. we start off with the big weekend stories that we're tracking on social media, on the pages of our newspapers, and even on the bulletins from our different newsrooms. And of course, on the 4 o'clock hour, we'll be looking at Checkpoint. Yes, we allow you to tell us how your movement across Lagos has been. And on the 5 o'clock hour, I like to promise and deliver. Sheikh Gumi is going to be joining us on the big hard facts as we talk about negotiations, kidnappings, and why he's always in the mix. It's going to be an interesting day. Once again, did I tell you my name? I'm Maryann Okon. Welcome to Hard Facts. Journalism, bridging the gap between people and those in authority. With Hard Facts, you are sure to get only the facts.
Tune in to Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Well, let's look at the big stories that have been making headlines from the weekend into the brand new week. This is Hard Facts, the nation's number one talk news and sports radio station. And we're broadcasting live from our audiovisual studios right here in Itumian Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos. Look at the big stories for today. Delta killings, troop occupy Okuoma and raise more buildings. I've got a video. I'm going to play it out here. There was a lot of shouting, but I want you to see the visual, so I'm going to play it from here, so you can take a look at, I think at that point police officers showed up, but there's just sporadic shootings, and as I can see from the pictures and the videos that have been making wave on social media, houses are being razed and big questions need to be answered, if you ask me. I will give you some background into the story. I did hear Joyce have a go at someone on that story earlier on. It's been a big story all of today. And of course, several other stories coming your way. But let me look at that Okuoma story, okay? So in detail here, soldiers deployed to Okuoma community in Ughelli South, local government area of Delta State, have continued raising more houses in the community following last weekend's killing of several military men on rescue mission in the Riverine community. The community source who spoke to Punch newspaper reporter said military are currently occupying Okuoma so much so that several houses had either been razed or demolished. Meanwhile, the Nigerian military yesterday deployed armored vehicles to Bomadi, headquarters of Bomadi Local Government Council, over the killing of military colonel on peace and rescue mission in Okuoma, Ughelli South local government area. Now, the military personnel and no fewer than 3 armored vehicles were seen zooming across that particular area. But my question on this particular issue is that could there have been a better way in handling this? Because don't get me wrong, I don't think that any security personnel should be killed unwantedly. None of these people, because the army is overstretched. They're even beginning to do the job of policing for us, and that's no way to repay them. But could the federal government and the military have dealt with this in a better way? Because someone asked a very important question today, and I was listening to the radio. If I'm in an area that a few people who have access to guns killed some security personnel, and then in reprisal, these people come to my house, kill all of my children, and burn down my house, is that fair? I had no idea, but these people who did it live within my area. Or maybe someone in the area has been covering for them, but killing me and razing my house or burning my house down, is that the best solution? Let's move away from that. Another story here says budget padding. Well, it's not going away, is it? Nigerians angry with lawmakers. Apparently, Nigerians have continued to express displeasure at the alleged bad padding of the budget, the 2024 budget. Now, some are actually concerned about the huge figures, including involved in the allegations, while others are alleging that the Senate attempted to sweep it under the carpet. That's the allegations, with the suspension of Senator Abdul Ningi, and we know he is a PDP senator representing Bauchi. So let us recall this, because last week that's all we talked about. That Ningi was suspended 3 months over the allegations that he said that 3.7 trillion naira was hanging in the budget without any project attached to it. Well, they now said, "Oh, are you accusing me of padding the budget? You were there." "No, I was not there. Check the records. I was not there. I say you were there." Okay. Well, let's move away from that quickly. Let's look at this one. Terrorists released 9 students. Yes, 9 students from Nigerian university after 170 days in captivity. Let me take you back. Now, on Friday, terrorists released 9 of the 21 students that were kidnapped from the Federal University of Gusau, Zamfara. Did you remember that very complicated situation that got the government of Zamfara State pointing fingers at the Ministry of Defense and the federal government? Do you remember? Well, 9 out of those 21 students have been released, and these students have been in captivity for over 170 days. Well, that's a little bit of good news, even though we'd want all of them to be released. And finally, terrorists kidnap 87 in fresh Kaduna attack. That is a story that just broke today. Don't forget, we're still having to deal with the 287 that were kidnapped, and now this first kidnap has happened. What must be done to rein in these kidnappers in Kaduna State? I think that's one of the questions I'm going to be asking Sheikh Gumi when he joins us. And share your thoughts on me and what's happening in Delta State. And in terms of this budget that Nigerians are supposedly angry, what can our anger really do to these senators? Can it change our legislature? I beg your pardon. Can it change our legislature? This anger that Nigerians are wielding against its senators, can it change our legislature? Can it change how we hold them to account? What exactly is this our anger for? Well, Lagos, let's talk. It's Monday. It's a brand new week. We don't come again. 0700 993 993 993 0700 993 993 993. Whether you're male or female, you're going to have to call that number, because I hear The ladies' line is still down, but you can join the conversation if you're listening to us from outside of the country. Join us. We're live, Nigeria Info FM on Skype. Join the conversation on WhatsApp. Send me a message. We're live, facebook.com/Nigeria Info. We're live on YouTube. We would love to hear from you, Lagos. Let's talk. Hello. Hello.
Maryann, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Gochiko calling from Shagam.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to talk about the killing in Delta State, Okuoma. Maryann, I don't know which one, I don't know which is more stupid or more stupid here. I killed. I don't. Please forgive me if the word is not allowed on radio. I killed someone and he came back.
If it's not allowed on radio, then why are you using it on radio?
I'm sorry. I'm just angry about what the military is doing in Delta. How can you come to retaliate? You are a law enforcement agency. At least you go after the people that did the wrong. Now, why are you killing other people, burning their houses? At times, Nigeria, I've seen a situation in Ijuelegba where at Abati Barracks there at Ijuelegba, army officials, they are beating two men. I don't know what happened. I just came down from the bus and I saw them beating, and Nigerians were happy. Nigeria army don't beat those two people, and Nigerians were happy. They were laughing. I've seen a situation where Yahoo boys is using army to torment another person.
Well, this is a different situation. This is a totally different situation. Don't forget that this colonel and his guys went to save someone or save people, and then they were killed. My guess could be that these could be one of those pirates or some of those boys, around the crates.
Will you come back to raise the villagers? Will you come back to this?
Well, that's what we're debating right now, isn't it?
That is wrong now. You go after the people that did the wrong. You cannot just be burning people's houses anyhow, killing other people, because you have been killing people all along, even before. How many people have army killed that just went under the carpet and nothing was said about it illegally? So two wrongs cannot make it right. Go after the people that did this thing, did the wrong.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. I appreciate it. It's a big deal. What's happening today in Okuoma community? What's happening in Delta State? Like I said, I want to play a video just to paint a picture of what's happening in that area in Delta State. And this is not the first time that the army has taken on reprisal attacks. Again, I want to put out that caveat that it's unlawful to kill any security official because you feel like you're powerful, because you have access to guns. But could there have been a better way to deal with this? Mr. President just comes out and says, make sure you get these people and deal with them. But who are these people? And because, people will say, well, the president gave the order. He read the riot act. But did the president approve that his people be killed and their houses razed? Is the question. And could there have been a better way of dealing with this? That's what I keep asking, and I'm thinking about it in my head. Hello.
Yeah, hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Ibalo calling from my Ikoyi.
Ibalo, go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you. In the weekend when I read that story about killing of soldiers, I was shocked. I see how 16 soldiers were killed by community. I say, who are those people who killed those soldiers? And my heart also goes to the people that live in that, in those communities. The way the soldiers will kill those innocent people, because the people who kill those soldiers will not live, will not stay in that community to be waiting for the soldiers. The people that will live there are the innocent people that will stay around there. The way, I know the community. The way we live in Nigeria, when you and any uniform personnel have issue, even you are innocent passer, you are like a culprit. They will take you, beat you, manhandle you. See, the best thing to do is that they should go after those people, not the community entirely.
Okay. All right.
Please.
Thank you very much.
It will be bad. Thank you.
Thank you, Abalo, for calling. I do appreciate your thoughts. But those of you who are just joining us, I've got 4 minutes on the clock. It's still Hard Facts. 99.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Maryann Okon. We're broadcasting live from our Lagos studios. I want to quickly run by these stories. I want to run them by you quickly so that you comment on them, because I don't want us to dwell on one story alone. Yes. So we're talking about the Delta killings and troops occupying and destroying buildings in that community. We're also looking at the issue of budget padding. Nigerians are reportedly angry with lawmakers. What are we going to do with that anger? What can that anger really achieve? Is it just that we're angry and then, of course, after a while, our anger will calm down? What exactly will it yield? That's my question. Also, we're looking at the fact that 9 out of 21 students who were kidnapped in the university in Gusau have been released. To share your thoughts on me. And finally, on this issue of kidnapping, yes, again, fresh number of students, people, I beg your pardon, have been kidnapped in Kaduna, 87 in number. 87 of them. And I'm thinking, what must be done to rein in these kidnappers? Let's talk Lagos. 3 minutes on the clock. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, my name is Oge.
Hi, Oge.
My question is this. When the soldiers, some of the bandits gone down the military or I don't know, Air Force plane somewhere in Nigeria, right, some time ago, I want to know, was the whole village gone down? Was there burning of the village houses? Right now, I don't know if we're in military region, because if you're having communal issues, why should we send soldiers to go there to resolve the issue? Why have we always seen our soldiers every now and then? It's not supposed to be police are supposed to go to help quell that situation. Now, I understood that something actually happened. I don't know, where the story was not just that the soldiers were killed, which I'm not happy for, and the civilians that were killed too, I'm also not happy for that. So I don't know, why were some of the civilians killed? What happened that made them, the priests and some people that they said that was killed, why were they killed? Now, these soldiers being killed, that was a reprisal attack from the civilians. So now, coming down to start raising down houses. Do you think the way they are fighting this, they are going to get the culprits or those who did it?
Well, that I think that's the poser here. We don't know. But I want to say thank you very much for calling. Lucky for calling us from Magboro.
Good afternoon, Miriam.
Yes.
Yes, when the eye is crying, the nose goes along with it, but it's not supposed to be so. The soldiers should go for those real criminals, not the innocent people, and let the army meet with the traditional ruler of both communities and see how they can fish out those bad elements. Please, they should leave the innocent people alone. I was even planning to travel to my state, Delta State, this week, but with what just happened, out of it, I'm not going there again. It may be next month. Have a nice day.
All right, Lucky. Thank you very much for calling. I did promise I was going to play that video that I got online. A lot of people in Delta State posting videos of what's happening there. Here you go. This one's a lady obviously was recording.
Jesus! I'm not going there again. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much for calling. I did promise I was going to play that video that I got. All right, we're going to go on a break. When we come back, I'll play that audio again, okay?
Now, ladies and gentlemen, for the past year or so, one play has been putting money in the hands of Nigerians every other day. Now, that has no plans of stopping anytime soon. Definitely not today, because one play is now up in the take. It is going to be 150,000 naira and over from here on in. Yes, you heard me. Daily winnings are now over 150,000 naira. All you have to do, the process has not changed. Go to www www.oneplay.ng or dial star 347 star 880 star 3 hash from your phone. You can play with as little as 500 naira, and within a few seconds your ticket will be in the draw. Remember, the lowest ticket you can play for is 1, the highest being 10. The more you play, the better your chances of winning every day on each of the shows: the Morning Crossfire, What's Up Lagos, and Game On every other weekday. And on weekends, you can win on Football Frenzy. But that's not all. Every other Friday, there will be the 500,000 naira jackpot. You heard me right. 500,000 naira. That's 5 with 5 zeros behind it. Yes, 500,000 naira will be given out every Friday in the weekly jackpot. Now, playing during the week automatically qualifies you for the weekly jackpot. Your chances of winning are the same as whether you play with www.oneplay.ng or dial star 347 star 880 star 3 hash. Remember to play responsibly and make sure you are over the age of 18 while you play. Remember, OnePlay is a registered trademark of Lasho Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission.
This is an infomercial. You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
What is health?
It's more than the absence of illness. It's a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. But let's delve deeper. Health is the heartbeat of life. It's the rhythm that keeps us moving forward. The pulse that echoes our vitality. It's a symphony of balance and harmony, resonating in every aspect of our existence. Health is a silent conductor, orchestrating the dance between the body and mind. It's the energy that propels us towards our dreams and aspirations. It is the foundation upon which we build our futures. So, what is health to you? Join me, Kofi Bartels, this and every Thursday for Health Thursday, 8 a.m. on the Morning Crossfire as we explore important issues affecting your health. Only on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Who says you can't have it all with OnePlay?
I got that defined boy. You have just won yourself.
Congratulations.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, Melitus. One player, don't talk to 2 players because you won 20K.
So now you won yourself 20,000 naira.
My name is Well Done.
Okay, well done. You want to tell you, well done. You won yourself 20,000 naira.
With 500 naira, you can play to win big. From 120,000 naira to 190,000 naira daily on Nigeria Info. Go to oneplay.ng and play with 500 naira. And in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. Or dial star 347 star 880 star 3 hash. Win daily on Nigeria Info. 50,000 naira on Morning Crossfire. 60,000 naira on WhatsApp Lagos. 20,000 naira on Sunnyside. And 60,000 naira on Game On. So Lagos, what are you waiting for? The more you play, the better your chances of winning. Remember to dial star 347 star 880 star 3 hash. Play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hatchback. Whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories, you know we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, we're back. It's still the big weekend, 99.3 Nigeria Info, and that's on Hard Facts. Today, we're looking at the big stories from the weekend into today. Of course, one of the stories is one that broke today. But then, don't forget these stories are stories that you're conversing about on social media, making it trend on social media. These are stories that you have seen on the covers of our national dailies. And these are also stories that have made our bulletins here on the station. And so we want to hear your thoughts on these stories. Don't forget the biggest, which is obviously what's happening in Delta State and the reactions that are coming from it. I want to go back to that video. And then again, if for those of you who are just joining us, we're live, facebook.com/Nigeria Info. You can also join us on YouTube. We're Nigeria Info 99.3. You can join the conversation on X. Use the hashtag HardFact. Better still, if you are listening from outside of the country and you want to be part of the conversation, please join us on Skype. We're Nigeria Info FM. I'd love to hear from you. But let me take you back to that audio and video. If you're watching us live on YouTube, on Facebook, you would be able to see that video. Let's take a listen.
What do we do? Happening now, life in Asaba. Jesus! Yes, sir. Police don't come now. Yes, sir.
If you did see that video, it's just to give you a glimpse of what's happening. And then the bigger question is, where's the governor? Where's Sheriff? What's he doing about the situation? And I did ask a question when we started. Yes, some things happened, which I do not appreciate and I do not accommodate. But the reaction that we're getting from the Nigerian army and Mr. President, because they tell you that they're acting on orders. But what's the order of Mr. President? That we be shot at, be killed, our houses be burned, whether we knew about the killings that happened around the creeks or not, whether we know the people who are housing these so-called soldier killers or not. Is this the best way to handle the situation? The other stories, obviously, is the issue of budget padding. We hear that Nigerians are angry with lawmakers, and I'm asking, what can your anger change? Is it just one of those angers that'll pass? Is it the anger that when you get angry at your husband, after a while you're asking, when are you going to eat? Is that the anger that we have? Then it's insignificant. But what would come of it? And of course, terrorists have released 9 out of the 21 students who were kidnapped in Gusau from the university last year. Well, some of them have been released. And I'm asking, because terrorists have also again kidnapped people in Kaduna as we speak, 87 of them in a fresh kidnap. What do we do to rein in these kidnappers? How many more people will they kidnap? And how many more might die in captivity for something serious to be done? Join the conversation, 0700 993 993 993. I'd like to hear from you. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good afternoon. My name is Sunday.
Hey, Sunday. Abadi.
Yeah. Idioke, my dear.
See,
the issues of these kidnappers is becoming very, very unbearable. That has been happening. Today you hear 150 students were kidnapped and this and that. The government should wake up. In those days, what I used to notice is that even if you steal, they will take you to your own locality. And then that is where they will put drums of anything, sand in the drums and tie them, shoot them. The parents will be there. Everybody will be there. Then there was fear of all this rubbish. But now, once it's happening like this, and that's the end, you can only hear what is happening. The incidents that took place, and after that, nothing. What is the government doing? They should rise up, please. The killing is becoming very, very unbearable. Thank you.
Thank you, Sunday, for calling. Have a lovely day. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. Turn off your radio, please. All right, call me back when you're ready. Hello. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Are you all right? Have you had lunch?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. You sound like you're still, waiting to have lunch.
Yeah, I'm Sunday. I'm calling from Ikeja.
2 Sundays in a row. Go ahead.
Yes, Maryann, you see, if you look at the situations of our government, the kind of government we have in a country, it's what matters a lot. So it defines the kind of government we have. So if a government is standard, you see, there are certain things that I and you will see wrong and we expect that should be maturely dealt with. But it's unfortunate that what is happening is because of the bad foundation of government. And that is why you see that the things that are done are highly rooted in wrong ways. And we are having it and we are reaping it every day. And it's affecting us. And the few ones that are rich, that are there reaping our money, they don't care because their children are not here. So that is why you see that when there is a violence in the community, the government needs to use a standard approach, not by giving them a straight order. We are not operating in military. We are in democracy.
But you see, again, Mr. President's order was to find these people and deal with them. I don't think that there was anything encrypted in that message that said shoot and kill everybody, scatter the houses. I don't know if that was what part, because I don't expect the president to say that, and I don't see that in the letter of that message. Maybe the army got it wrong.
No, you see, Miriam, I don't know, maybe you remember during 2015 when Buhari came in, there was the same similar situation in this Niger Delta where there was a violence and the president gave a warning and sent about 1,000 soldiers to deal with those people ruthlessly. Use the word ruthlessly. And I and you know what happened then when Buhari ordered, and there was this popular guy, the Tompulu. His dad was shot, and after rushing him to hospital, the man died. So the same similar situations repeated itself in this region. That is why I told you earlier on that when there is a weak foundation, there is always a problem. So
Okay. All right. Thank you. Interesting point that you're making, but I don't know, because you see, maybe this is the reason why people say we don't need the army to get involved in internal community and policing business, because that's not what they're trained to do. Yes, we do have the military police, and by the way, just so you know, I do know these things. But then their reaction is totally different from the reaction of police officers in dealing with these kinds of issues. And maybe this is why we need to completely hands off military from handling these issues, inter-community issues, and let the police do their job. But then there's so many, they're myriad of excuses. Oh, the police are overwhelmed. We're under police, and that's why it's still not an excuse to bring a soldier into policing work, because this is what happens. They're trained to kill. This is their training. So maybe if we begin to let these guys completely hands off and step back and let police deal with police issues, maybe we'd have less and less of the killings. I'm still, again, standing my ground saying I don't think it's a good idea for soldiers or anybody, even security agents, to be killed in that way, ruthlessly. But I also don't think it's the solution to the problem is to kill and destroy houses in communities, people that you swore to protect and serve. It's preposterous that you swear allegiance to a country to protect its people and the borders, but yet you kill and shoot at those people at the slightest provocation. Let me go to social media. I'd like to read from you. If you're watching us live on YouTube, please post your comments. I want to read your comments on YouTube and on Facebook Live. Please indulge me. On Facebook, this one says, whenever Nigerian soldiers get killed in communities in the south, the knee-jerk reaction of the army is to raise down the communities and kill innocent Nigerians. And some Nigerians are in support of these extrajudicial killings. But when their men get killed in the north, which happens till tomorrow, they react differently. I really don't want these ethnic sentiments to arise. I want us to deal with it generally. Killing, whether it's in the north or in the south, by soldiers who are supposed to protect us, is not allowed. Also, killing of soldiers anywhere in this country by civilians is not allowed. So whether we say, if it's in the north, they don't do anything, but it's in the south, it doesn't make it right either. Afternoon. This message obviously not for me. I'm not Joy. Report about the 30 billion naira. This says, you don't kill a mosquito with a hammer, Maryann. Where are the traditional rulers and the heads of that community? Those that perpetrate these evils are not strangers. Yes, of course, I totally agree with you. And so for the army to just go about destroying houses, it's not the solution. Okay, now that you have done it, Have you killed all the people that were? You see, that's what I'm saying. And you're not in a war situation where you say these are casualties of war. You are operating on Nigerian soil. Should you be killing your people, Nigerian army? Anyway, this one says, I honestly don't want to talk about the issue between the military and community in Delta State because it's been handled like the issue between lions and hyenas. We always do this differently from civilized people. Nigerians are not angry with senators and padded budget. Angry people don't just talk, they act. Until we act, nothing will change or happen differently in Nigeria. KCC, thank you. This one says, my name is Godwin from Lakoe. For everyday cases of terrorist and abduction and kidnapping in the north, with Kaduna as the focus, the northern elders, rulers, should stop doing themselves. They know those who are involved in these criminal activities until they stop self-deceit and embrace the truth by exposing these criminal-minded, evil terrorist sponsors. That's the only way they can deal with the situation. Name the sponsors of Boko Haram given to you, the president, by UAE. Okay. Thank you very much for your message. Whew, so many messages. I've got 11 minutes. This one says, Maryann, I sympathize with the soldiers that have lost their lives, but the people who committed the atrocity have been far gone. Labour Party senators should be the voice of the people regarding budget padding. This shows they're all corrupt, notwithstanding. Why should you only be the Labour Party? Is he the only person that is representing people in the National Assembly? I mean, I get the point that you're making. When they get the song and dance changes, eh? When they were giving those cars, that if the monies were given to help the people in their communities and constituencies or senatorial districts, it could have been better. But they all kept quiet and took those cars, didn't they? Yeah. This one says, good afternoon, Maryann. Until Nigeria sits down and implements martial law like rogue countries, kidnapping, and other criminality will not see an end. Where are Karibu Sokoto, Wadume, and other criminal terrorists who were government aided to escape Kuje prison? We're not serious yet. Ezekiel from Ejigbo. Baba Odu, so the question that you're asking me is unimportant. I'm sorry. It's unimportant. If the army can tell us that this building that we razed, there were no innocents in it, this is where the terrorists were, that's why we destroyed it, and give us full, clear evidence, that's fine. But if they're just doing a rampage attack because they killed one of theirs, then they've also broken the law that they swore to protect. That's all I'm going to say, and that's the end. I'm not going to do this back and forth with you. This one says, I have money, thank you. Uche from Songo says, do you have fact that Nigerian army are the ones burning the houses? Do you also have facts that they're not the ones? Because all the reporters and the newspapers that have been reporting it had not said anything different. So they must have reporters on the ground. All right, great. Because we don't just come here and say they said. No, these are reports from national dailies. And I don't think a national daily is going to say that the army burned a building if they did not indeed see that's what was happening. Okay? All right. I've got 9 minutes. I'm going to go back to the phone lines now. Call me. My Skype is live. Yes, go ahead and call. I'd like to hear from you. Osaz, the phone lines are open. Hello. Hello.
Wow, I've been calling this line since you
have entered. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
I can hear you.
All right. The fact of every matter with what we are going through in this country, security issue and economic issue, is that this country we are not distant yet to become one nation. This country is not one.
We're not distant yet. What do you mean?
Security issue everywhere, in the north, in the east, in the west, everywhere. This is getting out of hand. And the securities are not doing anything. The president is there giving order.
Well, the president has to. You can't kill a soldier and get away with murder. He has to. No. Hold on. The president has to put his foot down and give an order. Hold on, sir. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. We're having a conversation. You can't say the president cannot give an order. No, he's the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He must give that order. So our soldiers cannot be killed like that. But then the order is not to kill everybody.
All right. Now, last year in Imo State, something similar to this happened. The military went and burning people's house. Everybody in Imo State were shouting. A lot of the young men were running out of the state. It's not even a public discourse. Now it's affecting Delta State. It's now on a national radio. Everybody discussing it now. Until this thing is not touch each and every one of us, nobody will listen. Nobody will stand up and rant against this nonsense that is going on in the country. I'm angry. I don't know what is going on.
Okay.
Everywhere we come out to the social media, we'll talk. Come to the radio, we'll talk. Nothing is going on. 3.7 million was stolen, was started on the 2024 this budget. The Nigerian public are not doing anything. They are here talking on radio. Okay. If it not touch me, it not touch everybody that is talking here. None of us is going to rise up.
Okay.
Thank you and good afternoon to you.
Thank you very much for calling. I do appreciate it. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, Auntie Maria. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
Festus from Ogun State.
Go ahead.
Festus from Ogun State, Auntie Maria.
Go ahead.
Okay, Auntie Maria, the president just...
I'm not your auntie, please. I'm not old. I'm a baby girl. Go ahead.
Okay. The president just said they should go. He said they should go on after the people that commit the crime.
Yes.
Then what's that the next step? What's the next step? He didn't say anything. And not the governor. They are not saying anything. At least first they should have declared a state of emergency.
Good question. Where is the governor of Delta State?
But what are they doing? What's going on? Nobody's saying. They are not saying anything. All this killing here and there. It's really getting out of hand. Mommy, I'm tired of this country. All right. Good afternoon. Well done.
Well, my dear. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. Hello.
Hello, yeah, good afternoon, Maryann.
Hey, my fake father-in-law, welcome, sir.
This lady, yeah.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, well, it's so sad what happened in, what is that state? Delta State. The killing of the soldiers and burning of the houses. So sad. It's barbaric. I condemn the act. Then, 87 kidnapped in Kaduna. See, why this kidnap on daily basis in Kaduna? Why? The other time, 287. This time around, 87 kidnaps. I mean, it's somehow, it's high time, let the government... start using it. It's like the road is.
Who's
so
the government?
free
Which government are you talking about? Because you see, Kaduna seems to be a hotbed right now, and a very, very lovely target. Permit me to use that word loosely for these kidnappers. Okay. So, which government are you talking about? The government of Kaduna State, or are you talking about the federal government of Nigeria?
Both of them. They sit up and know the right thing to do. Both of them. See, these people are not spirits. They are human beings with flesh and blood. You know, they go in, they go out. I mean, it's like the road is so free for them. Why not use the method of all these checkpoints, pole to pole, army checkpoints, 24 hours. Let them want check blocks, road blocks, 24 hours. They see how they go in, go out. They just go so free, no arrest. On daily basis. Thank you and God bless you, Maryann.
Thank you, Apuruchuku, for calling. I'd like to read more of your messages. Let me go to Facebook Live quickly and look at some of the messages that are coming in. I mean, I did tell you, I did warn you at the beginning of the conversation that some of these stories are not necessarily palatable, but that we were going to have a great conversation, right? It's crazy. It's crazy what's going on right now. It's absolutely mad what's going on. While I try to get those messages from Facebook Live, let me go to WhatsApp again. This one says, the traditional rulers, sectional chiefs and landlords and landladies should be questioned and arrested in the Okuoma community to avert more casualties. Momo Adamo, thank you. This one says, good afternoon, Maryann. You see, until we have leaders that have the fear of God, who have the interest of the people they claim to govern at heart, brutal killings, kidnappings, etc. will never end. Burson from Afro Media. I've got 3 minutes before I say my goodbyes on this side of the clock. This one says, I don't support the murder of any human being. Talk more of security operatives who choose to stay awake so we can sleep at night. However, I'm still imagining a scenario where 16 soldiers and officers were killed like that without even firing a shot or arresting a single individual. Beware of the tragedy of a single story. Olusoga Ajayi. And that's why questions need to be asked. And I'm not talking about just us asking here on the radio. We need to talk to the service chief. We need to ask the people who were there. I'm sure that there's a command base around Delta State. Someone has to have some information, because it doesn't make sense. You just killed 16 people who went to actually save people. There has to be more to this story. It's not enough. And that's why there are too many speculations. Some people are saying is pirates. Some people are saying it's the quick boys. But there are questions that need answers. We can't just hear that, oh, they killed 16 of our very, very gallant soldiers. And then, oh, they go back and just flatten everywhere. It's painful. I totally get it. But is that what the justice system is about? An eye for an eye? Does that solve the problem? Or is that just going to complicate it? Anyway, let me take another message and then I'll quickly go to X. Don't forget, when you send us that message on X, use the hashtag hard facts. That way I'm able to quickly see your message. Okay? All right. This one says, on the fresh kidnapping in Kaduna, it's very unfortunate. Despite the heavy presence of military and security institutions in Kaduna, it amazes me that this security threats and attacks seem to be increasing at geometric progression. The APC government has failed. Tosin Williams sent us that one. Okay, let me go to Twitter and see your tweets are coming in. King Solomon. Okay, this message is not for me. No. Let's see. Okay. Let me see if I can. All right. This one says, "Hi, Maryann. I'm just confused and disheartened by the ongoing events in this country. Apparently, how can these reprisal attacks carried out by the army be justified? How? The truth is, we have an inferno in our hands that's about to explode. The earlier this administration realizes it, the better." Someone, Momo here is trying to get himself into trouble. I'm not there. He says they're not soldiers, because soldiers cannot burn down a whole community. Those boys are still waiting for them to come. Okay. All right. Thank you for your message. I've got 40 seconds on the clock. Let me read one quick message and then, yeah, I will just move on to our next conversation. Don't forget, on the next hour, we're going to be looking at how you wakad to your workplace. I'm back in Lagos, so checkpoint. And on the 5 o'clock hour, Sheikh Gumi is going to be joining us more on the kidnappings and what's happening in Kaduna State. Thank you very much for your message, Larry. This one says, if you are a governor, you don't have control over security operatives in your state. Don't touch security votes. And two wrongs don't make a right. Both the army and the community are wrong in their actions. The senators should be ashamed of themselves, and no little shame. I wonder how their family members parade themselves in public. Omenka John from Abuja. Lagos, we've got to go on this break. When we come back, we're going to be looking at checkpoint. And on the 5 o'clock hour, Sheikh Gumi is going to be here to answer all of your questions. I'm Maryann Okon. We'll be right back after this break.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens.